I think the best thing you can do when you're trying to limit or cut out drinking is to have those non-alcoholic beers, because the way that they taste is completely like alcoholic beer, but you're able to drink and almost watch yourself because your brain stays on. It's like your brain is still on, your feelings are still on. So you get the rare opportunity to observe this kind of coping mechanism that you've been using, which is grabbing the drink to kind of numb. But then when you're not numbing, you're actually seeing, okay, so what is it that I'm so afraid of? Like, why am I drinking beers before somebody shows up? Why is that? Am I scared? I'm scared of the interaction. I'm scared of them. What is it? And I think it's such a also great way, because the beers, the ones that I get are from Athletic Brewing, and I got the stout form and then the golden, and I don't remember the names, but they taste exactly like beer, and then the can, the design looks like it. So it just, even though you know it's non-alcoholic, you truly do think it is, and maybe part of your brain even thinks you're drunk, or I'm still kind of getting the words for what it's like, but what it has really helped me do is have that little ritual of having that drink, having that when I'm wanting to escape myself or my thoughts, or just chill out or watch something, or I kind of observe when I have a desire for those. And then because it doesn't actually do the numbing, you are confronting the feeling that you want, or the feeling that you're trying to avoid, or you're like having the experience, but you're not having any of the problem. Like you're not having the actual damage to your liver, the hangover the next day, the nausea, any of those feelings, or any of those feelings, even just a slight one, which is that you just lost time. Like you still have your time, you still have your health, and you still have your ritual that kind of helps you, enjoy that, if you enjoy that taste, right? And so I think it's such a great experiment to do, because you can witness yourself in your little pattern, and maybe it's in your addiction, whatever you may call it, and kind of get some clarity on what it is you're trying to avoid, hide from, procrastinate, or celebrate, or whatever it may be. Because I think that when you have that, you don't even, once you start drinking, then you're in that fog, so you don't actually, that's why, it's like you lose time, you enter the fog, and then you're not present. But whereas if you can stay present with having the non-alcoholic, you actually get a lot of clarity. And so this is just to say, if you're grappling with drinking too much and wanting to cut down, or wanting to completely obliterate drinking from your life and schedule, that I highly recommend working in non-alcoholic. And there is so much out there now. Now, once I found Athletic Brewing, then I found a company called Gruvi, with a U, Gruvi, and they have wine simulating options, like a red wine, white wine. I don't, even though, and then I found this like Premier, and I can't remember the name of this, but I found another company, because Instagram starts knowing what I like, so it tells me of kind of the champagne, the look, the margarita, the like mixed drinks that are all non-alcoholic. And so I thought, wow, this is a whole world, and having these, and having even those spirits that are non-alcoholic, but you could like add with some juice you like, or just replicate what's really in a kind of a ritual or a experience that you think, oh, this will enhance when I'm watching this movie, or this will enhance when I'm hanging with this friend, or this will enhance my alone time, or whatever it is. But all of these I think are critical to helping you cut down or stop drinking, because they let you experience that ritual and that taste. And I know I keep using the word ritual, but there's just something about it when you have the non-alcoholic that you're still realizing, oh, this feels like something that I'm still able to do, even though I consciously know this is non-alcoholic. It still tastes so much like beer that it's still making me, I truly do feel satisfied. Now, I also chose ones that really taste like beer. I think if I had had non-alcoholic options that were really bad, I wouldn't think this, but I have to say Athletic Brewing, the stout that they have is exactly like a stout. And then they have a golden IPA or something along those lines. They both they're just so exactly the taste that it's just kind of you can't even believe it. So I think this is a great way that I've found, and I love waking up completely clear-headed, excited, and not having a fog, but having this little feeling that I am getting that like celebratory beer. So anyway, I hope that this is helpful. I think it makes a huge difference, especially to like even at the off glance that when you see them in your fridge, there's something psychologically about how they look also. That marketing also they make it look like this is a beer. So if people coming in, you offer it to them, they wouldn't, if they don't look at the part that says non-alcoholic, they might not even know. It'd be an interesting test to do, because you just kind of if you get something really hardwired in to your brain that this is alcohol, then if you present somebody with the non-alcoholic, they'll drink it and their brain will still tell them that they're buzzed. So it's so interesting how our brain is just kind of in a conditioning and a habit and in a thought process that's thinking that this is that, and it may not be. And even if it knows, it may still think, oh, it's definitely, like, you can't override when it tastes so much like the actual alcohol. So highly recommend this as one of your tools. It's a game changer. And if they start selling these at bars, absolute game changer. It'll be really great. Right now, I order them online. It's Athletic Brewing Company. And I'm not doing anything. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just really am excited that they exist for my own my own health and journey in being sober curious and having periods of sobriety, and then also having periods of wanting to cut down on drinking. Whether you want to cut down or stop altogether, there's such a great option.